Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all the ages, welcome back to Wallaby Racing League Tier Number 1. We're here for the finale, but before we go to the main stream here, let's have a recap of what happened at Bahrain last week. We've got Potato winning, Mass Junior P2, Abyss in P3, Viper P4, Chandler P5, Semi P6, Camilo P7, WP8, Apollo P9 and John at P10, with Mr. Thunder P11, Benno P12, the no DNFers race last week. What does that mean for the championship? Well, not much really, chat. Viper moves up into P4, as you can see. Ferrari and Left 4 Dead are confirmed champions. The RBs are confirmed P2 in the constructors, but P2 between Potato and Abyss could be on here. The Seething Viper P4, as I said, and Ryan Cox in P5. The Sauber Boys, the Red Bulls might have a chance. I mean, 47 points is a fair whack, so they'll need Chandler and Cam Adams to not score anything here this evening. Haas down the bottom, but McLaren are now in that fight with McLaren, Mercedes and Haas. And for the drivers, as we scroll all the way down here, chat, for the final time. And we'll move on to the main stream. Welcome, everybody. Hang on, chat. Alright, we are back. Alright, I just had to fix up my microphone, chat. But yes, we're here for the final time here this evening. It's going to be a fascinating race here this evening. Potato out on track will be the first person to set a lap time. And we're here, chat, for the finale here. It was originally going to be a 100% race, but it's now down to a 50% race. Potato sets the opening lap time. Jono goes up into P2. J-Rad P3 in the Willies here. Man. But yeah, my last commentating gig here tonight as well, for Wallaby at least. Junior. Yes, I will be retiring at the end of the game cycle, which is tonight's the finale for Wallaby and Sunday for OCE. But yeah, retiring at every single season end as Mass Junior's left the session again. Oh my word! My word! See, this is why, chat, you got to get in when the lobby opens. Campbell Adams racing here for the first time in quite a while here, so at least Chandler, currently in P5, has a teammate. Been carrying that Sauber car all season long. And, yeah, about time. I'd say, chat, about time. Campbell Adams has done a 17.7 on Inters. Fair enough. Martin is on medium tyres. Sammy is on softs. But Martin, across the line, goes P10 behind Campbell Adams, who's done his lap time on Inters. Fair enough, chat. Fair enough. Reedy out on track. Ferrari Pro also out on track. Apollo Pepsi's right there. But Semi will be the next car to cross the line here and set a lap time. As Smash Jr. has left the session again. Oh, fans. What is going on? Oh, and Cam Adams has rejoined in. I didn't realise he left. So, yeah, that's something new there, chat. Sammy 278 in the Mercedes, bit squirrely on the final corner. Across the line, P6, and I just realised there's only one Haas car, so Mercedes, they're in the box seat here to finish above McLaren and Haas here this evening as Apollo is back into the pits. Reedy is doing a run here. Let's have a look at Martin here. Crossing the line, P9. 1.5 seconds found. And it's about a second off Potato. So that ain't too bad for Martin on the medium compound tyres there. Look, there's the tyre compounds, Campbell and Reedy. Reedy's into the fence. Reedy's into the fence. That is probably going to be some rear wing damage. That is absolutely not going to cause anything. It's Ferrari Pro out on track here in the Aston. I mean, he's virtually reserved for Aston all season long. Has not been in the Ferrari car at all. Goes purple, but it's probably due to Thunder or Campbell's time there. But Ferrari Pro here, down in 13th at a lap time. And obviously you see there will be a lobby restart to turn on ghosting. As Ferrari Pro goes up into P3 in the Aston. So yes, Martin is going to go for another run on those medium tyres there. 10 minutes to go. Viper first sector. Let's have a look, see. Oh, it's a couple of tenths down. A couple of tenths down there. It's not looking too crash hot there. But Viper's still going on his lap here. Oh, not no more. He is not, as Reedy has retired. He's done that in the pits. So Reedy's going to start from the back. Certainly interesting. Apollo Pepsi's out there. Mr. Thunder's doing a lap. Martin, couple of tenths down in the first two sectors. He might box. The mediums might starting to wear out a little bit for him here. He's invalidated anyway, so that's probably a sign from the box. And yep, there we go. It's Jarrad back racing here in Wallaby for the first time in quite a while. I think he did his last race here was probably the Italian Grand Prix, one of the Italian tracks, maybe Monza or Imola. I'm not sure which one. But Jarrad is up on his time here. He's up on his time here around the P5, P4 areas. Could Jarrad get a front row start here? Final corner in the Willies. Barreling towards the start finishing line. Across the line, it is P5. A boost up into P2, by the way. Apologies, I missed that. Potato 15-1. Also improved. Benno P6. He'll be coming back into the pits. Chandler is 2 tenths up. He's 2 tenths up here. We're looking at a P5, P6 area for Chandler here. Let's have a look at the middle sector time split here. Let's have a look. See, it is nearly 3 tenths up here. Ooh, that might have cost him a little bit of time here. But he's got a couple more corners to go in this final sector. He's got to get this corner right, and he does. He does. He's going to finish off the lap. He's got a lot of overtake to the line here. A lot of overtake. Crossing the line. P3. Well, there we go, chat. P3 for Chandler. And Cam Adams is still going out on inters. There's actually a couple of tenths up here. Oh, that's a bit of a mistake. Big lock up. He's actually going to go finish off the lap here. He'll stay in 13th. Unless he has the final sectors of all final sectors. He doesn't. But a 17.4. A 17.4 on Inters. Probably Pepsi's down in P10. That's quite interesting. 16.1. That's a little bit interesting as Abyss and Potato are coming out here. The two of them are fighting for P2 in the championship. I believe it's still double points. Nothing's been said to me with regards it being normal points or not. So unless I've missed an announcement somewhere, I still think this is double points. And if you don't crash out in the main race, you're guaranteed at least 2 points for 15th. Maybe even an extra 2 points because of the fastest lap point. So, who knows there, chat? Who knows? There's Abyss. A tenth and a bit up in the first 2 seconds. He's flying through the 9-10 chicane here. Currently P2. This could be a pole lap here. There's the current gaps to the leader. And Abyss here with 5.5 to go. Goes to the top. Actually lost some time in the final sector. But goes to the top. Ferrari Pro goes P3 here. But what about Potato? What about Potato? He's up in the first sector. He's up in the second sector. The 2 sectors. This could be another pole lap here as Cam Adams has left the session once again. But Potato, big lock up. Oh. Could this be a pole lap? It's not. He lost time in that final sector. Losing time in that final sector. So are the softs going off just a little bit too quickly? Campbell Adams is not online. Let me just refresh, just to double check here, chat. Is Reedy Chandler? No, he's not online. All for hands. But Abyss currently is on pole position. Under 4 minutes remaining here. Martin's up into P8, by the way. He's up into P8. Apollo Pepsi will be the next car to start a lap time here. We should Potato and Martin will be coming into the pits for a fresh set of softs to do one more run here. Viper and Campbell Adams yet to come on out here. And also, I'd like to point out, chat, that the coveted Drunk Driver Award has been given out here. And the winner has been Mash Jr. So, congratulations to Mash Jr. with a score of 4 points. He's got 4 Drunk Driver Awards here in 13 rounds. True Oz and Camilla have got 2 each. And then there's a whole bunch of ones with Accelerator, Lefty, Chandler, ZK, Banner, Viper, J-Ray, Coxie, and Martin, who will claim the finale here this evening. That will go on to the records. But Apollo Pepsi here might not be him because Viper and Campbell are yet to comment out. Campbell has yet to get back into the lobby. But Apollo Pepsi is up in the first sector. Let's have a look at the middle sector in the Aston Martin. Back-to-back racing for Apollo Pepsi here this evening. He is nearly 2 tenths up. Nearly 2 tenths up. But it's only staying P11. So Mr. Thunder currently in that P10 area. Could Apollo Pepsi or can Apollo Pepsi climb up even more positions here, find some more time in this final sector. 2 minutes to go, or will Apollo box? Because this is essentially his final run here, as cars are now starting to come on out here. It's Apollo Pepsi to the line. It's P11. It is P11. Sammy, Beno, Ferrari Pro. Abyss is out on track. Potato's now out on track. Same with Jono, J-Rad, Martin's out there, and Viper. Campbell Adams is yet to get back into the lobby here. A couple of people having some issues, and he's still not online. He's still not online. I think Campbell is just trying to restart everything, one would assume. But it will be Ferrari Pro to start off his the final runs here. That Haskell, Mr. Thunder, will be the last car to cross the line, perhaps. Or will it be the Alpine? No, will it be Chandler? It might be Chandler to set the final lap times here. And the gaps are uber close. I mean, 7 tenths between Abyss and Apollo Pepsi. Viper and Campbell will ignore their lap times. They will improve. Apollo Pepsi has retired, so he knows he can't go around. And it looks like Campbell Adams will be winning the coveted Drunk Driver Award here for the final time this season. But Ferrari Pro is half a tenth up. It's not going to be good enough for even P2 currently. He's got to find some more time here, does Ferrari Pro. It's all going to come down to this final sector. It's Abyss will be the next car. That is it. That is it. Mass Jr. has rejoined finally. But Ferrari Pro crossing the line. Could this be a front row start? It's not. It's an improvement. But it's only P3. It is only P3. But Abyss here, I'm not sure if he's up or down in the first 2 sectors. The Red Bull fighting P2, the championship against Potato. Can he extend his gap to Potato? He does, but not by much. And Potato is nearly 2 tenths up. He's nearly 2 tenths up in the first 2 sectors. Is Potato. The 2 Merc boys about to cross the line here. Sammy crosses the line. And Beno does not. Viper goes P9. That's dropping Apollo Pepsi. It's Potato on pole. It's Potato on pole. What about Chandler? Can he find a way to do something? Jared's up in the P4 in the final sector. But Chandler here, my driver of the season, crossing the line. It's only P5. Jono P6. Thunder P7. Martin. He's had enough. He has had enough. So that is it. It's Potato on pole ahead of Abyss, Ferrari Pro, and J-Ray gets a second row start here. And there we go. The final qualifying session is now done. And now we have 29 laps of the Australian circuit here. We'll get the screenshots, of course. I mean, from 1 to 12, under 9 tenths, Campbell Adams would have improved. Really did not put in lap time, and neither did Mass Jr. But there we go. There we go, chat. For the final time this season, Chandler 134 with the follow. Welcome to Wallaby. You're probably the one racing here. But cheers, lad, for the follow. But chat, we will be taking a short break here to fix up the lobby, reset the grid. And yeah. Hello, 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 chat. We got mayday problems, chat. Yeah. Well, it's lights out and away we go. Hopefully, oh dear, chat. Yeah. This is not looking too crash on here. It's we're underway, and Ben has joined in. Okay, so it's gone away. It has gone away here, chat. Apologies that we get the start lights, but yes, we are underway for the finale here at Australia. There is no restart, but Potato leads ahead. There is the tyres. It's all mediums. All medium tyres as per. Jared's had an awful start. He challenged up to P4, Jono P5. But Abyss is looking for a move around the outside. Can he hold on? Viper's got Martin. And down the inside of 9 and 10. Ferrari Pro's holding firm. Here comes Chandler. He's pulled out the slipstream, but no. Ferrari Pro hangs on. But absolutely deal. He's going to go down the inside of Ferrari Pro. The Aston absolutely got set on, and Chandler up into P3 for the Sauber boys here. There's some yellow flags. It is Martin. Martin's going the wrong way around here. That could cause a VSC perhaps, as Mash Jr. and Semi are going side by side here. 12th and 13th here for the lower end of the points here. Paul Bano does not have a setup on, so he will be absolutely feeling it. Might not have any straight line speed here, but Beno gets Sammy here. Reedy gets Apollo. Campbell up into P9 as well. So the Sauber boys are absolutely flying here. They're fighting the RBs for P3 in the constructors here. As Abyss and Mash Jr. 2nd and 12th here. Pretty sure it is double points here. And there goes Abyss around the outside before 9 and 10. Chandler might get. He might get Potato down this back straight here. He's going to go around the outside this time round here. Looking for the switchback of dreams here. No, Potato hangs on. But Jono is starting to fall back just a little bit here. He's outside the 1 second mark. He's coming into the pits. Surely the chance to the end. Abyss, Ferrari Pro. Oh, he's retired. He has retired. Well, oh dear, Alpine fans. Well, you're hanging hopes on Martin here to absolutely do the comeback of all comebacks here. I want Did Jono change tyres? He did. They did. So it wasn't a drive-through or anything. Viper still outside of that 1 second mark. He's back in it now, but he's got no battery to play with here. That's a little bit deep. Does he have DRS? I think he has DRS, but Chandler has got some serious pace here. He's got some pace. We got to remember there is 4 DRS zones. There goes one. Here comes the second one. Could Chandler make a move onto either of these two? Abyss is hanging firm. He's going to go down the end. Outside of Abyss, there goes Chandler. Who's got the better traction? It looks like Abyss does. And Ferrari Pro just hanging back here, waiting for the carnage of all. But Abyss goes deep. He goes really, really deep. And not the good kind of deep that you want. But Campbell Adams up at the P7, by the way, making a comeback of sorts here. But Campbell is not making a move onto Jarrah while he's got some DRS here. Mash Jr. does not have DRS, and he's in P10. And Berno with the no setup brigade. He's starting to struggle. As Mr. Thunder and Campbell Adams are going at it. Reedy's right here as well. Oh, that could be trouble. As Chandler here. And there's Apollo Pepsi. 3 second time penalty already. The Merc Boys are not taking advantage of this as Mr. Thunder's in P9. The Merc Boys are 12th and 13th. There goes a best Will. Oh my word, Potato. Potato's hanging on for Dilla for that P2, but Chandler's in that P2. There's some contact. There is some more contact. And Chandler's up into P2. Oh, Potato makes a mistake. Potato makes a mistake. That's given Ferrari Pro some incentives to maybe go for it. Potato's got to use his battery as well. Here comes Chandler. He's hanging back till turn 3 here. Cuts the corner a little bit. Don't think that's a warning. Benno gets a 10-second penalty. Well, Mark will now have someone to battle with as Campbell and Reedy are going out side by side here. Pressed the wrong button and had no setup. Oh dear. Oh fans. Chandler hangs on. Or stays P2. Abyss hangs on for P1. But here comes Potato. Here comes Potato. Chandler will have the DRS as well. And Potato's been boxed in. They're going side by side here. Oh my, we can throw a tissue over everybody here. And Potato gets up, then back up into P2. This train goes from P1 to P8. Viper's had a moment. Viper has had a moment. Mr. Thunder also had a moment. He was fighting Reedy, Kevin Adams not that long ago. But now, wow. What a move by Potato. Through the 9-10 chicane here. And Chandler, he's feeling racy for the final time here. We've seen him get a pole position at Hungary. That was in the wet. We've seen him get onto the podium at, I think it was Mexico. Just a couple of weeks ago. Could Chandler beat that P3 record? Could he get a P2 or even a P1 here this evening? Chandler's leaving it all on table. I mean, Chandler's he's fighting someone in the driver settings. I can't remember who. We've got to remember this is double points, so every position matters here. No championships are on the line here. As Potato goes around the outside, Chandler's going to think, oh, Abyss! Oh, that could have been nasty. As Kevin Adams is right behind his teammate here. As Reedy gets ahead of Ferrari Pro. Oh, Reedy outbreaks the Aston by 7,000 metres. As Campbell's going side by side with one Potato. There's two side by sides here with the Sauber boys. And Campbell hands back up into P2. Campbell is closing in on to Abyss here, but the turn 3 corner is where Chandler might take the lead of this race. He's got some serious pace here. He's pulled out the slipstream, going to go down the inside of turn 3. He pushes Abyss wide a little bit, nothing too unwanted, but Chandler now leads this race. Oh, I think Chandler had a bad exit. And now Chandler might struggle here. As Abyss here, he'll reclaim that P1. Here comes Potato. Here comes his teammate Campbell Adams. There's some contact. I'm not sure who it was with. Let's watch this from Reedy's perspective. And Reedy hangs behind Chandler still, but Chandler won't have DRS, but he'll have slipstream and battery to stay into that P4. Oh, Campbell makes a squirrely mistake and the Sauber boys touch. They collided a little bit, but Chandler back up into P3. Chandler back up into P3, but 6/10 behind Potato here. He's on the brink of a 3 seconds, says Dante. Well, he's certainly not driving like one here. He's absolutely going for it here. And the train has extended to P12. Only Martin and Beno are not in this train. But Apollo does have a 3-second time penalty next to his name here. As Reedy's stuck behind Campbell here. in that P5 spot here. We're on lap 8 already, chat. I mean, these laps are flying by. Potato here coming towards 9 and 10. It looks like Potato will have the move done. Yes, he will. Can Chandler get back ahead of Abyss here? Abyss is using the overtake. Apollo Pepsi another 3 seconder. Here comes Campbell Adams down the inside. I think Chandler led him through there. I think Chandler did lead him through there. He probably thinks Campbell has a better chance of winning this race than what he does. So smart play there. Smart play there. And I mean, if we will talk about next season at some point, chat. But Reedy goes down the inside of turn 1, turn 2. They're still side by side. Jarrett gets a 3 seconder. Chandler's fighting Reedy here. There's some contact up ahead. But Reedy, Chandler around the outside of turn 3. Down the inside of 4. Pushes Reedy out wide. Turn 5. Oh my word, this is great. Reedy getting the battles of all battles of Chandler here. And if Reedy gets a TP role next season, Chandler might be one to watch out for here. Chandler could be the one to watch out for in that draft. Abyss cuts turn 10 corner, a treat there. Here comes Campbell Adams. He's got Potato. He has got Potato. Chandler's race is with Potato and Abyss. His race is not with Campbell or Reedy here. I mean, no shot on Chandler here, but that's his race. They're fighting for P3. Campbell might get P1 at turn 1 here. He's not using the battery. He pulls out now. Better 3 seconder. Jared, Apollo, Sammy into the pit here. Oh, Jared didn't. He's retired. He has retired. I don't know why. I wonder if he got some car damage. But Chandler's got no battery to play with. Potato down the inside of turn 3. Absolutely sent it. But Chandler stays in P3. Campbell Adams is right on the button of Abyss here. Right on the button. Jared is out of this race. 20 laps to go. There is still time for a safety car. But Williams are not going to score points. And only one Alpine car will be scoring points. And there it goes. Campbell Adams. Potatoes up into P3. Reed is still stuck behind Chandler here. Martin gets a 3 seconder. Chandler, he's not going to make any moves. He's got to save that battery. He has to save that battery. But this train goes up to P7. Ferrari Pro's right there. Thunder and Mash Jr. going at it like last night's pizza. But Thunder does have a 3 second time penalty next to his name. Sammy's right there as well. Ferrari Pro and Potato are in. Thunder is also in. The undercuts are coming out here. And Mash Jr. is coming in as well. And he's at the start of the pit lane, so he'll gain so much more time, and that is uber slow. That was so slow from the Red Bull pit crew there. But we'll go back to the lead pack here, the top 5 yet to pit. Potatoes is out in P6. The gap to leader is 18 seconds, so these guys will have to pit. There's the tyre strategies right there. The top 5 yet to pick. Bano's on 6 lap old. Hard here. But one of the Sauber boys will have to stay out here. As Rapid with the raid. How we doing, lads? How are we doing? Lap 11 of 29. We've seen an all-time classic here. Viper down in P5. Who comes in? Which of the Sauber boys coming? Is it Campbell? Is it Chandler? Probably will be Campbell. And Campbell stays out, but Chandler is getting all screwy. Luckily, he's got some DRS. How was the stream, lads? How was the streams? But Chandler and Viper staying out that extra lap. Chandler had to, but Viper did not necessarily have to. But here comes Potato. Reedy. Potato gets Abyss. Ferrari Pro gets Abyss as well. But Campbell comes out in P4. So the undercuts has worked. Potato will take the lead of this race. Abyss and Ferrari Pro are still going side by side here. Reedy getting stuck behind Ferrari Pro in the Aston. Absolute scenes here. But here comes Viper and Chandler. These two will be coming into pit here. Save up all the battery that they can muster here. 16 seconds is the gap. It's the gap. Reedy gets Ferrari Pro. Semi gets Apollo. But these two, 1 and 2, are yet to... They will be pitting at the end of this lap. One would suspect here. They'll have the pit lane to themselves. Just don't get a pan. And there we go. Cam Adams gets up into P3, which will be a net P1 here. Chandler and Viper yet to swap tyres over. That's softs. That is softs for Viper. Oh no, it's hards. Okay. Fair enough. Chandler down in P7 has stayed at that extra lap. Cost Chandler a potential podium here. Reedy's over to P4. Campbell still leading this race. Potato P2, Abyss P3, Reedy P4, Ferrari Pro P5, Viper P6, Chandler P7 with Sammy down in P8, Apollo P9, Thunder P10 with Mash Jr., Benno and Martin. J-Rad and Jono both out. They retired in the pits. I'm not sure with J-Rad, but Jono did not have a setup on. I mean, Benno didn't have a setup on and he's still going. So... the pen situation is this. It is 6 for Apollo, 3 for Thunder, 3 for Martin, and 13 for Benno. But 10 of those seconds can be served in the pit stop if there is indeed a safety car. So there we go, chat. Fast lap is with Reedy at 17.8, the only man into the 1 minute 17s. So there's Inverness. Chandler is 1.2 behind Ferrari Pro. Won't have DRS. So Viper, he's got to work with Chandler to get back into that train. They got to work together to get in that train. Apollo and Thunder, they've got to do the same thing. Same with Sammy. Apollo Pepsi fast lap, by the way. 17.8. So he's got some pace on the hard tyres there. And the gap is 1.4. So he's only lost two tenths on that Minter straight there. From turns 2 to 3 there. But I still think he's got some pace in that Sauber this evening here. Australia, probably one of the most used tracks here on the calendar. Mash Jr. gets a 3-second time. He's down in P11 though. Viper and Chandler yet. Work together, lads. You got to work together here to close that back up to that train there. Bess and Reedy are getting uber close here, especially a Bess and Potato, but nothing doing there. Save up all the battery. Potato's got 80% there. Abyss, Reedy's got 90. I mean, Potato, Abyss, and Ferrari Pro got below 50%. Whereas Reedy's got 90 odd, Potato's got 90 odd as well. Cameron's fastest lap as well. And Viper with the fast lap. I mean, he got uber close to getting some DRS. I mean, Chandler's got to make the move now. Oh, he's not going to go for it. He's got to save up that battery. He's got to save up that battery. And one of Viper's a little bit quicker than Chandler at this stage here to get back into that DRS. And Viper's in there. Viper is in there. And that is huge for both Viper and Chandler here. So they can fight for a potential podium placing here. Really stuck in P4. Best P3, Potato P2, and Cam Adams in P1. just running away as it is right now. But Chandler does get Viper. Sammy gets Mr. Thunder. Around the outside if you don't mind. Oh, Sammy, stop it. Abyss and Potato going side by side here. Reedy just hanging back, waiting for the carnage to unfold here. And Potato hangs on to P2 as Cam Adams is trying to streak away here. As Chandler makes a mistake, Bennett gets another time penalty. Oh dear. Oh, Mr. Benno. That is simply not marvellous. But Reedy here, he's thinking it marvellous things right about now here. Will he go down the inside of Abyss at turn 3? No, he hangs back. He hangs back 16 out of 29, 14 laps to go. We've halfway done this race as Thunder and Sammy are swapping positions. Sammy will get that P8 and ahead of a Haas car. So that could get interesting in terms of the constructors between those two teams. I mean, Benno will outscore him. But we've got to remember, it is double points. So, yeah, it is double points. But this train here, absolutely going off here. Potato still in that P2. He's not making any moves, but really did get a best. Apologies that we missed that. We're focusing on the Apollo Thunder and Semi battle there. But Ferrari Pros right there. Channon Viper still in this train. But Channon Viper do have the younger tyres here. They don't want a safety car yet. Ooh, Reedy! Reedy, that might be a mistake, but no, he hangs on. He hangs on to P3, hits the back of Potato. Doesn't look like there's any damage to the Ferrari. The champion elect here. Been stuck behind the Bessie, now he's been stuck behind Potato, and Campbell is trying to drop Potato. But Potato still has that DRS. Reedy here. Now he's only got one car between himself and Campbell. And Potato. Oh my word. Oh fans. Oh fans. Here comes the best, by the way. Round the outside. Oh, what a move. What a move from Abyss. I just looked up at the gaps and I saw Abyss was right there. So good thing I caught that move. It's Thomas Reed War Machine. It's Reedy. Anyways, getting back to the race here. Cam Adams still holding up to P1 here. Potato P2. Abyss hunting that P2 now on Potato. Oh my god, Potato with that squeeze, the ball squeeze. He thought Abyss was a lemon. Getting all that lemon juice out there. Or even an orange. Getting the orange juice out here. Oh, Abyss! Abyss! Here comes Chandler. He got ahead of Ferrari Pro. Apologies again that we missed that. And look at this. Campbell's got a 1.4 second gap. 2 Potatoes Vibe against Ferrari Pro. War Machine, Thomas Reed is left for dead. There's Reedy and Chandler. Chandler now getting involved with Reedy here, aka left for dead. But Viper around the outside if you don't mind. Oh, the moves are coming out thick and fast as Abyss moves up into P2. And Campbell Adams is going to go streak away. Unless there is a safety car, he will probably win this race. As Apollo Pepsi gets another 3-second time penalty. As Potato and Reedy here getting squabbly here. The two RBs here. The credit card team here. And Reedy up into P3. And now Reedy will have a double dose of DRS. Viper here. Will Potato let him go through? No. Potato hangs on the P4. He hangs on the P4. And the Abyss is closing in onto Campbell Adams here. Can Potato battle Reedy just a little bit more? No. No, he hangs back. He hangs back. Reedy here. P3 here back on the podium. Started at the back with Nash Jr., who didn't set lap times in qualifying. And 1.6 is still the gap. Will Reedy set the move into turn 1? He'll have a double dose of DRS to turn 3. No, but big lockup. Go! Okay! Okay, Campbell Adams gets a 3-second time penalty. Well, that's good. Nice sweet Prince for the win here. Oh, yellow flag, sector 3. And I think it was just Martin having track extending. But now P2 is effectively P1 now. Unless Campbell can gap the rest of the field here by, what, 1.5 seconds here. 1.4 seconds. Benner's back into the pits. Probably a fastest lap attempt here. But here comes Abyss going around the outside. But with 4 DRS zones, Campbell Adams, he will be struggling to keep the gap out there. Jenna down in the P6, make that P5, make that P4! Down the inside of Reedy! Oh, what a move by Chandler! He's getting the elbows out here. Potato! Oh, he's just got into the DRS! He just got into the DRS of Abyss there. Must have been close. Oh, but Abyss is closing in on Campbell Adams here. Oh, Abyss makes a mistake! Is that the invitation for Potato to make the move into turn 3? No, he's a bit too far back. He's a bit too far back. But Campbell, 1.8. 1.9. He's got to find another second. The gap is over 2 seconds. Needs another 2 seconds. It's Martin again. He is struggling on the hards here. He's got front wing damage. Here comes Chandler. Here comes Potato. Martin, 10-second time penalty. And that's a retirement. So no points for the Alpines. And no points for the Willies. But Chandler up into P3. He's back on the podium. This fight between for P2 down is now for the race win because Campbell has got a 3-second time penalty. Chandler, who's already got a podium this season and a pole position, can he eclipse his P3 best? Could he get a P2 or even a P1 here? We mentioned that earlier as Benno is starting to struggle a little bit here. As Chandler, he'll make the move at turn 1 here. And that is probably going to be smart because now Potato does not have any DRS. He does not have any DRS, but the gap is 2.4. And Chandler, it's a Sauber 1-2. And now Campbell Adams has got Chandler as a rear gunner to maybe extend Campbell's gap here. Or if these two work together, it's probably good. Nice sweet Prince once again. It's yellow flag sector 1. It's the Haas of Mr. Thunder. But there goes Reedy. Down the inside, even before we get the 9 and 10. Round the outside at 9. Potato and Reedy trying to make a move, but Reedy was successful. Oh, Abyss from absolutely nowhere. 3 wide. 3 wide on the back straight there. And I tell you what, Cam can thank Chandler here for holding up this group here. But Reedy, oh, Viper gets a 3-second time, but that will help out most of these guys here. Oh, Chandler, no. Oh, wow. 7 laps to go. What a race! What a race, chat. And really still 2.4 behind Campbell Adams here. He's trying his absolute best to extend. Can Potato make some sort of ground onto Reedy here? As I said, 4 DRS zones, it is very hard to gap people unless they're battling. And while Campbell right now, with that 3-second time penalty, needs in the battle just a little bit longer. But the Chandler Viper battle, that is for a net position. So they can still keep battling, but they'll drop down to 7th and 6th there. Who knows what Campbell Adams might drop down to. At this stage, it might be even just down to P3, but can Campbell keep P2 at least here? Oh, Mr. Thunder gets another time penalty. And then look, and Reedy's, I mean, he's not closing the gap as much as he would like here. Remember, 3 seconds. That's the gap to margins. It's only down to P3 for Campbell. Now it's P2. Oh, best thought about it, but no. Is this a Potato makes a mistake? Best goes around the outside. Oh, some more contact. Oh, the Aston in the background that we saw there. Oh, Abyss has been pushed off a little bit, but hangs on. Beno's into the pits. He's going for fastest lap attempts right now with 5 laps to go. The softs will go to the end here now. It will go to the end here. I think softs are double points as well. As we mentioned, remember Viper Chandler pitted a lap later than everybody else here in this train. So they have 1 to 2 lap younger tyres than all these guys here in this train. But they've both got 3-second time penalties. As you can see, there it is. Gaps 2.2 2.2 is the gap. The gap is closing, but not by much. I wonder if Campbell is starting to struggle just a little bit here. I mean, Chandler did all he could to try and hold up this group like that. Got up to 2.5, 2.6. But Campbell must have not just had the battery. Mustn't have just had the battery. And look, the gap, 1.8. So Reedy's found 4/10 in this final sector already. I wonder if Campbell is starting to struggle on his hard compound tyres. I wonder if he's starting to struggle on them. Four laps to go, chat. 4 laps to go. And this is essentially like the final lap for a safety car to come on out here. So if there is a late race safety car, oh, huge! Oh, Reedy now gets a 3-second time penalty. Ferrari Pro could be on the podium here. He could be on the podium. Now the Potato and Abyss battle is for the net race win here. Chandler gets Viper, that is for position. And I wonder if Chandler now realises Reedy is there for the taking. A P4 could be on the cards here for Chandler. A P4 could be on the cards for Chandler. I mean, he's got to get through Campbell and Reedy first. Maybe Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Let's have a look at the gaps to lead. I mean, Ferrari post 3.5. What were you thinking? P6 currently. So he's got to overtake Abyss and Potato here. And Ferrari Pro's got to get a move on if he wants that podium placing as well. So currently Chandler will be demoted one place here, but Potatoes is starting to struggle here. He is starting to struggle, and Abyss knows that. Abyss knows that he's gone for. Oh, there's some contact. We saw that. There's some contact between Potato and Abyss. The two of them are fighting for P2 in the championship. But Abyss now is up in the P3, which is probably a net P1 now, due to Reedy and Campbell Adams having a 3-second time penalty. Oh my word, Abyss. Can it happen 2 times in a row? We saw what happened the last time Wallaby raced here at Australia with the controversial moment of Farmer Sam, Reedy, and the Oxman Oxchillo. Abyss went on to win that race. I believe that was his first league race win here in Wallaby. Can it happen twice in a row? And Bennett back into the pit, still has not got that fastest lap attempt yet. It's still going to find 6/10. Still got to fight 6/10 together. And Chandler is putting the pressure on the Potato. I wonder if now Viper and Chandler are starting to work together here and use these fresh tyres to their maximum capabilities here. And Abyss is getting closer and closer to Reedy here. Oh shit, we're on the penultimate lap. This race has just flown by here, chat. IT_Carl_TI, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Wallaby. Hopefully having a fantastic Wednesday wherever you may be in the world. Ferrari Pro's ahead of Potato. That is huge. That is for a net position. Oh, can it happen again? Abyss has caught up to Reedy here. We're on the final lap of the final race of my final Wallaby Tier 1 commentating career here. Oh, Reedy! Oh, Reedy nearly bent it into the fence. Campbell needs Chandler to attack Abyss here. To hold him out that 3 seconds. Viper does get Chandler. Abyss gets Reedy here. And now Viper and Chandler have an opportunity to get ahead of Reedy here. And the gap is 1.7. Can Abyss do it? Can Abyss do it? Chandler gets ahead of Viper. They're going side by side through the final couple of corners here. It doesn't look like it will. Abyss into the final corner now. Campbell Adams will win the race on track, but it'll be Abyss winning on penalties. And there it is. It's Abyss P1, Campbell P2, Ferrari Pro P3, Potato P4, Reedy P5, Chandler P6, Viper P7. It'll be a Semi P8, Apollo P9, Mouse Jr. will get P10, Thunder will get P11, and Benno will get P12. What an insane ending. Reedy missed out by 0.005, 5 milliseconds. But that is with Viper. Oh my word, he's done it again. Abyss has done it 2 seasons in a row. Under controversial, or not as controversial as the last time here. But he gets it on pens. He gets it on pan, so even if Reedy were to try and get his 3 seconds removed, Abyss still wins. Because he was over the 3 second mark there. Wow. What a race. What a race. We'll get the top 3. And, you know, I found out it's taken me all season long, but as soon as someone leaves the session, we don't get the race results. So, hopefully next season, whoever does Tier 1 comms next season, or any other commentary gig, just tell the drivers to stay in the lobby. Otherwise, you don't get the end screen results here, which is a shame. But at least I got them. I've got the gap leader for Goffy here. No, it's alright, Maxi. I got the gap leader, so it's all good. It's all good. And I got the fastest lap for Viper as well. We'll wait for the top 3 to come in. There is Campbell. We're just waiting on Abyss and Ferrari Pro to jump in. What a race! What a way to go out here, chat. What a way to go out here, chat. There's Abyss, and now we're just waiting on Ferrari Pro to jump in. And there we go, chat. All 3 of them are in. We'll kick off the podium celebration. P3 Ferrari Pro. Well, what an ending that was. You get P3 due to penalties. But tell us about that race from your perspective.
I need Ferrari if you're talking, bro.
Oh, he's just muted himself.
Hold up. Hello.
Oh, yeah, there we go. We can hear you now.
There we go. Yeah, I just had my mic muted. I don't know, I got all the emotions running there. That was such a crazy race. But, yeah, I just hung back the entire race and, tried to do what I could. But it was pretty hectic, the whole race. So I just tried to keep myself out of trouble and pick up the places when I could. And on the final lap, you know, just final race probably for all of us in F124. I was like, yeah, let's give it a good go. And yeah, I wasn't expecting that P3 to be honest.
I believe this is your first podium in Wallaby, so GG's on that. How would you rate the game?
I did honestly. At the start of the game, like July, August, September, I actually didn't mind it. I was pretty like 10 out of 10 about it. Like I wasn't like glazing it much, but I was like, yeah, it's all right. But like I just hate it now. Like I've had a gutful, so hopefully 25's a bit better, and yeah, you know, hopefully the racing's still as good on 24. But yeah, we'll see how we go.
Well, GG's on a well-deserved P3. Hopefully we'll see you back racing on the next game on F125. We've got a P2 Campbell. Well, what a race to come back to. Your teammate nearly helped you out there to gap the rest of the field. That 3 seconds for you, but P2 in the end. Tell us about that race from your perspective.
Hello?
Yep, there we go. We can hear.
Yeah. Honestly, not a great race from me. Honest, it was good working with Thomas coming through the field, and then yeah, got to the front, broke DRS. Obviously, they were just fighting like crazy behind. I honestly had no pace. I broke, started getting a bit of a gap, and then obviously got that pen, and then I looked at my fuel and I was entering red, so it went for the last like 5 or so laps, it went fuel saving mode, and then last 2 laps I was able to push, but it was too late by then. So, Lefty was very quick. Say with Abyss and obviously Potato. So no, it was really good.
And not sure if you're going to be racing on next season, but if you are, hopefully a team principal might, or if you're going to be a team principal yourself, hopefully someone picks you up in the Wallaby draft. But GG's on a well-deserved P2. We go to the race winner, Abyss. Well, you've done it twice in a row here at the same track, but under much less controversy this time round. You win the Australian Grand Prix. What a way to round out the season, and probably getting P2 in the end there. Tell us about that race from your perspective.
Terrorism. Good old Oz GP, and it's 4 DRS zones, eh? It doesn't matter how fast you are, to be honest. But yeah, good quality P2. I lost a lot in Sector 1, which if I matched my PB in session just then, would have been pole. But end of the day, P2 is still a great spot to start here. You can win from, as you could saw with Campbell and Lefty, you can win from pretty much anywhere on the game in general, but especially here. But yeah, it was terrorism, honestly. I almost intentionally lost us DRS to Campbell, just because Potato it was so easy because there's 4 DRS zones for Potato to just use none everywhere, get 100% battery and burn right up to Campbell's ass and then sit. And there's not much we could do because I think we're running very, very similar wings. So I basically just afford him a bit harder, side by side through the final sector, lost the DRS because I felt like even if we lost the DRS, hopefully Lefty could come through with me and then we could DRS swap back up to Campbell, which is what we tried, but Potato got in the way of that again. But, you know, Potato did his best to try and do a bit of terrorism. Chandler's, he was also, you know, his typical dive bomb himself. So, GG's. But yeah, great race. Good way to end the game off. We'll be P3 in the drivers. Potato only needed like a point or two to lock that in. But a nice way to finish it. With a P1, started the game with a win at Australia, finished the game with a win at Australia. So, and none in between. So, GG.
What a way to go out on. But GG's on a well-deserved race win. Hopefully see you back racing here in Wallaby next season. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to end the stream here. It's been an absolute pleasure commentating the lads here. Shout out to the Wallaby owners for trusting me with Tier 1 comms for the last 3 or 4 seasons. And this is it. This is it. I still got one more comms gig to do, which is on Sunday for OCE. As everyone knows, I hate promoting other leagues in the league that I'm commentating in. But yeah, this is my swan song for Wallaby, and what a way to go out on. But yeah, shout out to the Wallaby lads, admin staff, you know, everybody who gave me, you know, as I said, trusted me to do Tier 1 comms. And yeah, hopefully whoever does Tier 1 comms next season can bring this same enthusiasm as I've tried to do for the past, as I said, 4 or 5 seasons here. I'm still the only one to commentate the big 3's Tier 1 leagues, which is OCE, Wallaby and Rapid. No bias to the other Oceanic leagues, but no, to me, these are the big 3 here. And yeah, as a full-time commentator, I'm done. I'm finished. I started on F1 2017. Can you believe that, chat? 8 game cycles later. Still having the same fun as I did as my first time round. But yeah, I think it's time that someone else takes the mantle. Yeah. Maybe I'll come back as like a special guest type thing. But as a full-timer, I am done. And as I said, I've still got one more commentating gig to do, which is OCE Tier 1 on Sunday. Hopefully we get a big crowd in as we did here tonight. And yeah, that is it. We're done. We'll catch you all. Well, Wallaby will catch you all in a few weeks, maybe 6 weeks' time for the Wallaby draft. Not sure when that's going to pop around, but stay tuned on the socials, TikTok and Instagram and all that. And yeah, until then, Wallaby will see you in a few weeks' time. It is a goodbye, and it is a not see you later.